Do you want to be known as the same guy with nothing new in his life that has an ego stopping you from growing? Change is what creates room for men to grow, and you want to grow to greater lengths. And a man who is comfortable fears change. I've had the same haircut for 6 years. If you see my previous videos, how long it's been. And I started my own self-improvement journey a little less than over a year ago. And I've changed a lot since. I've lost a lot of weight. I've put on a lot of muscle. I've educated myself a lot. But I've just overall changed a lot. But deep down, I still have the same ego of not letting myself change because I don't want to see what I can become, and I have that fear of how other people will judge me. You see, having an ego is good for competition, but at the same time, it is bad for fear. So what I mean by this, if you're competing in some physical sport or even just any day-to-day challenge, whether it's going to the gym with like your partner and you're trying to like up the weight just a little bit, that's good ego. That's good competition. Ego for competition is what gives you that testosterone, that little drive. But having an ego for fear and the fear of having people judge you based on how you look, especially. What is making that rattling noise? Okay. So that fear of just being judged by other people around you, society around you, that's not a good ego to have, to get judged by. And trying to eliminate that just allows you to just be yourself. Be who you want to be. Be who you want to become. And people will respect you a lot more for just being true to yourself. You don't have to act and be this guy that just makes other people happy, and that's not who you are. You want to discover really who you are, and you can't let like your hair or something define you, or even just be a distraction of you. Hair is just hair. It's an object. I'm still the same person. I will still have that ego. I will still compete with everyone else. I'm still the same person. I'm still living the same day-to-day life. Buzzing my hair did nothing. But at the same time, looking at myself in the mirror now is just that constant reminder of not being scared to change. So yeah, people will respect you more for just being true to yourself. And that's exactly what you could do. I'm not saying you could buzz your hair, but really ask yourself who you really are and what you want to become. And are other people around you stopping you from doing that? That's the biggest question. So for me, shaving my head was a huge fear for me. Obviously, I had nice long hair, but I discovered that it was a pretty big fear for me, and I'm scared of that judgment by other people. But that's exactly why I decided to shave my head. Because if you just live in this constant state of fear of not trying to overcome that fear, then you can't expect yourself to change or grow. And even if this decides to be a bad look for myself, change doesn't necessarily have to be good or bad. You just have to make that change to make that decision for yourself. So what I did exactly was I set a date like a month ahead of time about when I was going to buzz my head. And I started telling all my family about it. Then I went to go tell my coworkers about it. Then just pretty much everyone around me be like, oh yeah, did you know I'm going to shave my head? I'm going to shave my head. And I just kept on saying that. Really just to convince myself to do it. And everyone kind of like second guessed it, I guess, and like didn't really believe it. So getting down to the business and actually doing it just makes you more of a man of your word, and people will respect you more for that. So the biggest thing I'm taking away from this is to just stay disciplined on who you really are and where you want to go. Just keep on staying disciplined and motivated, even to just discover what your purpose in life is. Only you can control that. No one else can do that for you. No one else can decide for you. Not your mom, not your dad, not your brother, not your sister. Only you can decide how you want to grow and how you want to change and who you want to become. So right now is, I gotta stop saying so. Right now, it's the time for me to grow along with my hair. I'm still less than a year into this self-improvement journey, and buzzing my hair now to grow along with my self-improvement is really just a good way to track my progress, I guess. And you could do something like that yourself.